What's up YouTube, Chop here. In today's video we will be going over The Art of War, the ancient classic by Sun Tzu, and really diving into whether it's a good book or not. So The Art of War by Sun Tzu, and in this version as well is The Sayings of Wu Zu, which was a nice little addition, is a book written around 500 BC, so it was written a very long time ago, but it is still relevant, which is really surprising, but I'll get into that a bit more. So in this version, I'm not sure about other versions, has an introduction by Tom Butler Bowden, and it really helps to orientate the reader on the book, really understand why it was written and what went into it, and a bit about Asia at that point in time. So it's pretty good. So yeah, I enjoyed the introduction, and as well, there's footnotes at the bottom of like just everywhere that needs it to explain words, to explain, certain things, and the footnotes just really helped make it easier to read and just kind of get the message of the book across a lot more easier in English, because obviously it was written in whatever language it was written in to begin with, which has been translated and interpreted differently. But anyway, the positives of this book, so it goes into leadership. I do like leadership books, so I'm a bit of a sucker for that, but that's just me. And one positive that I did find, and like the more you think about it, the more it makes sense, is that the principles are still applicable today. So like obviously they have to be good, and just more you think about it, that it has to be true. And as well, it's quite philosophical. Most of the kind of culture and tradition in China, or what was China then, it was quite philosophical, so I like that. The negatives about the book, however, is that it is obviously ancient pretty much, so the language is sometimes a bit hard to read, and it just doesn't like flow like regular English that you're used to hearing and speaking. And so yeah, the other negative is that it's just not your average read either. It's definitely a different book. You can tell that much. It's not, the English just doesn't flow like a normal book, but you get used to it and you still get a lot out of it. And I mean the tips and tricks in there are pretty much really good. He goes into a lot about just war and like the organization of people and how to influence people's hearts and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. So obviously we'll rate the book on 4 categories like we usually do. The 4 categories are organization, readability, relatability, and content. And so we'll start at the beginning, I guess. Organization. So the original Sun Tzu had 13 chapters, and I mean they just flow on. There's 13 of them. It's not hard. And then the sayings of Wu Zu, I think there was like 5 chapters, and they just flow on straight after that. So pretty good for organization. 8.5 out of 10. Moving along to readability. Obviously written 2,500 years ago, and it's been translated and whatnot. So it will get a 5 out of 10 for that. Relatability. So I'm quite into my leadership, so I actually related a lot to it and a lot of like the points that he was making and just some of the things that you can get out of it. So I gave him an 8 out of 10 for relatability. And then the content of the book, there's not like too many like examples, but I kind of gave him some slack as well. I mean, it's like a 2,500-year-old text, so 7.5 for content, making this book overall a 7.25 out of 10. So definitely a good read if you're into your leadership, if you're into your philosophy, and you just want to try it out. I mean, it is, you'll get something out of it regardless. Like the moment you read it, you get through it. You might have to read it twice, but you will get something out of it no matter what. I can almost assure you of that. And so overall, I would say it's just a good book on the philosophy of peace and war, and as well as leadership. So, Art of War. Review by Chop. I haven't been like surfing too much lately. The swell has not actually been doing much, and obviously we got COVID going down in Australia now. So, but I'm starting to get on top of my schedule a lot now. I said it in the last video, but I'm really starting to get there, like 1 video a week. I'm managing that. I want to get more out. Hopefully I can manage and get some more videos out, and I will catch yous in some more of them, I hope. And hopefully some surfing ones will be up soon. Peace. Have a good one.